Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel and another Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 live stream. Welcome to a new part of the world, I should say. We've done one flight, I believe, in this region of the world before. Well, we did two flights, one stream in this region of the world. We are down under today. We are in Australia in this beautiful QantasLink A320. We're going to be doing a flight from here in Adelaide. We're going to be looking at the new MK Studios Adelaide, and we're going to be flying up to Adelaide, Brisbane. We're going to have a look at that scenery as well. Both of these sceneries, we're on 2024, like I said, have a feature that we saw. Those of you who were here for the stream in which we took a look at Hanover, you'll remember this. You're able to walk around inside the terminal with the walk-around cam. You are able to get access to the terminal, and you can walk around rather than just flying through with the drone camera. So we started the stream a little bit early in comparison to what time this flight would actually leave in real life. We're starting it a little bit early. The flight's not supposed to go until what's this? Just after 4:30 my time. Currently just before 4. We might delay it a little bit. If we do, that's okay. Because we're now at 3:50. I probably should have started this like maybe 3:30 instead of 3:45. But we're gonna make sure we have a little look around inside the terminal. We'll probably get the aircraft powered on first and maybe start the boarding process. And while everyone's boarding, that'll be our time to have a fly through this terminal. I'm super excited to be doing this flight. I have not flown in Australia in a long time. Hopefully, I mean, it's very early morning over there, so I would be surprised if we get any ATC online. It'll probably be a fairly quiet flight on the ATC front both ways. We are going to do a round trip because we should have enough time this evening. I don't want to be up too late, but we should be fine. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump into the flight deck. I am also going to be talking about the upcoming update for the Fenix. Hopefully we'll be able to do a stream in the coming days to showcase to you guys what's coming in that. Because if you haven't seen, Fenix put out a I've got checklists, I should be following them. Fenix put out a video this morning announcing their new update for the Fenix A320 family, and it is definitely an exciting one to look out for sure. So we'll discuss that when we're in the air. We'll take apart a couple of things from the Fenix announcement video. I'm super excited for it. I really hope we get the chance to fly on Tuesday or Wednesday or whenever it comes out. Hopefully that day we can fly the Fenix, because there's a lot of cool stuff for 2024 to check out. So let this aircraft power itself up. Park and brake is set. The GPU is connected. We're on external power. Engine master switches will verify are in the off position. We can also switch the dome light to dim. SR, hello. How are you doing, my friend? Welcome into, welcome. Alright, batteries are on, generator switches are on, they're displaying fault right now. The IRSs will switch to align mode, or switch to nav mode. They should be ready in about 7 minutes here. Brightness, I'm fairly happy with how it looks right now in the cabin here. Very well myself. How about you, Captain? I am doing just fine, thank you. Doing good. Excited to check out the MK Studios scenery. Massive thank you to our friends over at Contrail for providing us with this scenery to take a look at. I spent a little bit of time today flying through it, kind of getting a look inside. I'm very impressed with it. I'm very impressed with the move that it seems developers are doing with allowing you to be able to, in 2024, walk through the terminal with walk around cam. I think that's a really, really cool feature. I hope that's the future of 2024, and the updates that Microsoft are bringing out and Asobo are bringing out to 2024 as well can further enhance that, because it has been really cool to do it with Hanover, and now be able to do it with Brisbane and Adelaide as well. Okay, nav lights. Let's switch the navs into nav analog. We'll switch crew supply on. Landing gear lever, verify is down once and twice. Yeah, I can't test it, so we'll see whether it comes up and down. I'm having issues with my Thrustmaster stuff not working very well, but it should be okay today. We should be fine. Landing gear lever flaps are up. Spoilers are down. There we go. Fuel quantity we have not refueled yet, so we'll do that in a little bit here. Seatbelt sign is going to stay off. No smoking sign will come on, and we'll arm the emergency lights. Looking at the weather, because we don't have an ATIS right now. Temperature 12, 2.6, QNH 1012. It is cold in Australia. Overcast 3,900. Let me just make sure I've got the time set to live. Yep, everything's live. Good. Winds 260 at 7. It's cold in Australia. Who would have known? What was the QNH? QNH 1012. So we'll set 1012. Once, twice, and thrice. No need for anti-ice, I don't think. Not on not on the ground, at least. If we get through those clouds, maybe. Apparently you can test. Oh, de-ice, not anti-ice. Where's the de-ice stuff? It's saying I can test de-icing. I don't know if I can actually test de-icing or not. I don't think I can. Propeat on though. Transponder we're going to set 2000, and it is on standby. We've got mode Charlie on as well. Emergency lights are armed. FMC will get that all set up now here, as well as the EFB. We've got 40 minutes. As you can see, we'll get the cargo doors open in anticipation of boarding. Atsu, we'll probably start boarding in about 10 minutes or so here. Which actually probably means I should do it now, because we're going to want to refuel first. So we'll do it in a second here once we get a little bit of data pulled in. I'm going to be honest, I started to follow you back in 2024 near winter, and I got addicted. Probably don't remember me, but I was known for asking very controversial questions. You're lightness, aren't you? I do remember that. I do remember that. I do remember that, and being like, should I be answering these questions? I do remember that. I do still remember, yes, I do. QLK, or QantasLink. 1926. Cost index of 40, cruising at 360 today. And we'll pull the wind request in as well. There we go. Wind uplink. Alright. Out of Adelaide today, or this morning, we're on the Uprot 2 departure off of runway 23. And then into Brisbane, we're on the ILS 19er left from Besto. ILS 19 left, NLIP 2 Alpha. Approaching via Betso. Cool. How's life been? how's life been? Any updates? I remember you lived in Marina. I did live in Marina. I'm now in Florida doing flight training. Did my first solo at the start of the week. Didn't fly for 4 days after that. But yeah, not too much to update on. But yeah, I've been doing some flight training. So yeah. Okay, let's go to checklists. Where are we? FMC, so we've done setup. Alright, let's start loading the aircraft with GSX. I am on my way to being a pilot, that is correct. That is correct. Alright, constraints. We'll get constraints on. Let me have a look at the departure if we've got anything we need to be like below. No, okay, so we'll just stick 360 in there. Alright, parking brake is set. Alrighty, let's do, seeing as we've requested boarding, let's go outside and do a walk around. Hello, Kimon, how are we? And do a walk around, so again, I mean, there's not really that much point to doing a walk around on the Fenix. There's not that much, there's no clickables, or anything like that. We'll just kind of check that everything looks good, the engine looks fine. Early morning here in Adelaide. How long is the flight? Today's the first leg. We got an airtime of 1 hour 48 minutes, block time 2 hours and 16. Have a look at the tires. Looking good. Front and back. No sign of any damage. Rear cargo hold looks okay. Got the bulk cargo door here. Obviously can't do anything right now. Oh, this guy's now in the... Are they waiting for me to open the doors? Probably. Let me open the doors for them. There you go, boys. There you go, doors are open. Fly Southwest sometimes? Yeah. We did some Southwest stops just the other week. We did, where did we go? We went into Fort Myers, from like Midway and somewhere else. I can't remember what we did. We did it not too long ago though. Don't you worry, I love my Southwest Max ops. That last stream's out of date. I meant to update that, and then I was like, oh no, we're running out of time. And I just started the stream. Alright, everything looks good on the tires. We'll just check the wing here. And then once we get round to the front, I will show you guys the how to get to the terminal interior. And we'll have a little walkthrough of the terminal. So if we come over here, now this could be a problem. Let's see, is it a problem? Oh, it's not a problem at all. We can get up here, and we can see Gary. We can't walk in the aircraft because the aircraft's not a native object to the sim. So the walk around, I think with some aircraft, like you can walk. We might not be able to walk on board, but is there a channel in the Discord where you can drop suggestions? I'm pretty sure there's a flight suggestions page. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is. So yeah, if we try and walk through, oh, it actually stops us. Oh shoot! Wait, what? Huh? How did? Huh? I didn't think this was possible. I didn't think I could actually get in here. But apparently I can. Can I get out? Let me out. Let me be free. Okay, we're just gonna see and see again. Okay. Okay, so apparently you can get in the aircraft if you're lucky. That's not the way we're gonna go. What we're gonna do is we're gonna come up the jet bridge. We're gonna have a nice look at the aircraft there. And then we can walk the jet bridge. Now this is the first scenery I know that lets you actually walk on the jet bridge. So Brisbane, when we go to Brisbane, you'll see you can't actually walk in the jetway. Like the jet, if you walk on it, it'll be like what should have happened with the Fenix. You'll just kind of drop through the floor. Whereas could you do it at Hanover? I don't think you could walk on the jetways in Hanover either. You might have been able to. We'll have to go back to Hanover. I do want to go back to Hanover. But then, right, you come along here. And you can literally walk up there. So you see the stairs down there, just so I don't have to go down. But the stairs down there, you can come over this way and walk down there. Or you can come up this way. Remember, guys, we're still in walk-around mode. Like, I'm no longer, I'm not just using the drone cam or anything like that. This is like full-on walk-around mode. And we're just inside the terminal here. And like here's the gate. Like you've got check-in desks there, or sorry, check-in desks here. We've just got the plane down there. Like this is all in walk-around mode. I'm not even using drone camera anymore. But like you can walk the whole thing here. Looks like we're near the end of the terminal, but there's toilets up this way. It's a Qantas lounge. Is it supposed to be a lounge? Okay, we can't go in there. We'll go in there with the drone camera later on. But you can walk all the way down here. Here's the end of the terminal. Looks like these would be the restrooms, I guess. Yeah, male and female. A view out onto the ramp there. Like, this is all just walk around. Wait, why is my shift C is like disappeared from the... When did that disappear? Am I like too far away from the aircraft or something? This looks so cool. Like normally with like drone camera, if I'm trying to do like walkthroughs or anything, I have to like try and match the speed or whatever and like the height to be, this is what a normal human being would be at. I don't have to do that anymore. Like, this is walk around mode. And if I go down there, I can get back onto the plane. Like, it is so cool that this is all walkable. To save a little bit of time, I'm gonna go back into the flight deck and we'll leave walk around mode. But like the whole airport is walkable. Like you can walk anywhere you like within the terminal. I think Gary's finished finished with all the catering and was just waiting for me to close the door. So we'll close up those two doors, and then looks like refueling's just finished as well. So while they're doing refueling, and this might make the jet bridge angry. Let's go have a flyover to landside. So it is fully modeled landside and everything. And again, I'm fairly sure this would be walkable. So like if you want to fly it, pick up this airport yourself. It's available on Contrail, SimMarket, and Orbex at the minute. I think it's coming to AnyBuilds tomorrow. And I think obviously it's in the in-game marketplace as well at the minute. But any of those places, if you want to pick it up from Contrail, the link to Contrail's store is down below. Once again, massive thank you to them for providing me with the opportunity to have a look at this scenery. What is going on here? Okay, boarding. That's what's going on. But like we got baggage belts down here. So this would be your arrivals hall. Which as you can see, well, this seems a bit weird. Like, you can come through. Well, I guess you can. You'd have the way out, and if you did need to recheck in for whatever reason, you could come that way. But baggage claim's then down there. I think the no entry sign is. Well, it should say no oh no, it does say no entry on that side. It's weird that it says it both sides. Oh, so that glass is a bit temperamental, but here, you know, they've got a full security area, restaurants inside, and it's not just, you know, it's not just your classic, like, oh, I'm gonna stick an image on a wall that has some depth. Like, no, this is an actual space. Like, it has physical depth to it. Looks like we got like a parking lot over here. And I mean, this is done well. Like, you know, like cars aren't clipping. Well, there's a little bit of clipping through the foot, but they look like they're actually parked. You got people walking across to the airport. This is really impressive. I didn't take a in-depth look at landside earlier, but like, this is really impressive for landside. Like, we've got a Subway restaurant down here. I mean, look at the performance as well. Like, a little bit of stutters here and there, but it's, for the most part, it is like really smooth. Custom signs everywhere. This looks Qantas loungy, maybe. Bit of a lounge space in there, possibly. Is kind of what I'm thinking that could be. We haven't broken the jet bridge yet. I'm sure if we went all the way down there, we probably would. But you know, we've got, is that IKEA? Yep, we got an IKEA modeled as part of the scenery. Might even just rename to GTA. What do you mean? What do you mean with no storyline? I'm confused. Looks like we got bus gates over here. I don't really know how these work. These look like for like really small aircraft. Your ATRs and whatnot. And then we got, yeah, a bit of surrounding landscape as well. Tower over here. Let's see, is the tower modeled? Tower looks modeled. It looks like we got some modeling. Is there another bit of Adelaide? I think there's another terminal at Adelaide. But again, yep, another, you know, full tower. It'd be nice to have seen a controller or two. One or two controllers sat in here. But not a big issue. Is that a terminal? That may be cargo? That could be cargo. Cargo ramps, maybe. Okay, Adelaide doesn't. Oh, it's Brisbane that has two terminals. Did I break the jet bridge? No, I didn't break the jet bridge. Well, hey. I'll take that as a win then. We got bags going on. I think we're a little bit too zoomed out. There we go. Southwest. Might even just rename to GTA with no storyline. Southwest or American Airlines. Sorry, I'm a bit confused. Lightness or SR, as I know you know. I'm a bit confused by what you're trying to say. We can go up and say hi to passengers as well now. This is the coolest bit. We can walk up here. And we can just stand in here and go, yeah, good morning, guys, or yeah, morning guys, morning. How we doing? You good? You all right? Yeah, don't mind the flashlight. I've just been doing walk around and now I'm shining it in your face. All right, Susan. We got Susan over there doing her job as she normally does. Fantastic job. And yeah, it looks like with the GSX profile, we got guys will walk, or not guys, passengers will walk the correct route, which is cool. Morning, everybody. Morning. Welcome on board. All right, there you go. This is so cool. Honestly, it adds being in walk around mode and just kind of being able to stand here on the jet bridge. It's not necessary, but it adds a level of detail that I just really enjoy. Like, I think this is really cool. I don't know about you guys, but I think it's really cool. So we've got 20-ish minutes until scheduled departure. Let's get rid of that. I have no idea if they use CTAF over here or not. No, they don't. Yeah, no. First amendment, the game has so much places to visit and so realistic that it's very much like an open world game. Oh, okay. And I was asking for an opinion if I like American Airlines or Southwest. I've never flown on Southwest, and I don't like American. So there's my answer. There's my answer to that question. Never flown Southwest. Oh, Colby. I thought that said Coldplay. I was like, oh, they're making another striking appearance. Yeah, never flown on Southwest, and I don't like flying on American. So. Yeah. That's my stance. Okay. I want to check flight radar. I've got my phone up for control cam. Hence, I'm bringing it up on the iPad. So it's currently 5:45 a.m. This flight normally operated by an E190, but we'll say QantasLink do have A320s, so I'll say for the purpose of this flight, we've thrown in an A320. So yeah, 6:05. So 20 minutes from now is when it is expected to depart. So let's continue with the checklists. We'll start up the APU at this time. 1, 2, 3, bang. Are we still refueling? No, we're not refueling. So we can switch seatbelt sign on. Wing light on. Departure brief. It's a fairly simple departure. I think there's nothing too striking about it. We'll do a fly runway heading 222 for about 7 miles to Colby. We need to be above 2,500 by Colby. We're then going to turn. We'll make a left turn on departure towards Limat, heading 134 above Limat, above 5,000 feet at Limat. But same flight back with Southwest. It was better, bigger plane, more space, very good selection snacks. Fair enough. There you go. More 4 miles later, we're gonna be another 1,000 feet up. And we'll continue on a heading of 078 to Clary, and then 040 to Arada. 030 out to Uprot. So it's basically just a left turn. And then flying out. We're taking, what are we taking? Yeah, we're taking 23, so yeah, heading 222 on departure. So there's that departure briefing. If we have a problem below V1, we'll stop on the runway. We should have plenty of space. Well, how much runway have we got? Runway 23. We got 10,000 feet. So if we do have any issues, we're going to be taking off from Bravo 2. Any issues, we can stop on the runway below V1. If we're after V1, we're committed to fly. We'll take it up into the air. We can make a left turn and come back into 30 if we need to. Max braking, 5,400 feet of runway. Nearing the limits, but if we had something severe, we could definitely make it into 30. If it's dual engine failure, off the end of 23, we've got the sea, so we can start to consider ditching into the sea if we don't have significant altitude. Otherwise, we can probably continue to climb out. If we lose a single engine, we got climb performance. We'll bring it back into runway 23. Otherwise, we'll continue to Brisbane. Okay. FMC is set up. We just need to wait for numbers on our boarding. We still got people coming down by the looks of it. We're at 98 of 173, and we've still got, yeah, like I said, about 20 minutes until our off blocks time. Looks like bags are all on board though. Bags are all on board. So we'll go ahead and do 1, 2. Get the hydraulics. I don't know how well that comes through, but there you go. That's the boarding. As a console player, any games you suggest that are plane related on the PS5? I am not a console player, so I do not have recommendations. I'm not sure what's available on PS5. Yeah, I don't have. I had an Xbox, but that was it for consoles. My dad had a PS5, but he's not into. My dad has a PS5, but he's not into aviation games. So I'm afraid I'm unable to help you with that one, Lightness. Also, AP is available, so I can switch the bleed on. We'll also probably have a preliminary load sheet, so let's just have a look at that. Received. Alright, preliminary. Underload of 536. Good. Yeah, we're close to max landing weight. Are we even closer to takeoff weight? No, we're well below max takeoff weight. That's fine. Close to zero fuel weight. Yeah, we're close to zero fuel weight. Which can't take much more than what we've got. Cool, I can accept that. And once we get the rest of the passengers on, what are we sitting on right now? 134. Okay, so we got 40 more people or so left to board, and then we can be on our way here out of Adelaide. I need to remember I kept saying like Adelaide. Oh, it is Adelaide. Adelaide. Yeah, it is Adelaide. Not Adelaide. Adelaide. I'm an idiot. I didn't see. I thought there was one. Adelaide. What did I think was going on? I thought it. I don't know. I don't know. Adelaide. There we go. Okay, it is Adelaide. Cool. I'll stop saying Adelaide now. I'll say Brisbane instead. That's a bit easier to say, less confusing. Apparently they're using 19 left with a tailwind. We'll see what the winds are like when we get over there. 1 right's probably better. I mean, it's only a 2 knot tailwind. Like, we can do that. We can handle that. All right. 150. We are on APU now, so we can get rid of external power. Dismiss the GPU. Parking brake is set. Do predictive wind shear and GCS. We'll leave the weather radar off now, as to not fry everyone getting on the plane with radiation. These guys might be the last to get on board. I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking is going to be the case. But we'll see. We'll see in a minute here. Susan's doing a good job of getting everyone on board. Oh, that guy had a peek. That guy was like, "Oh, what's up? What's up front? What's up front look like?" It's alright, mate. You can come visit where we land. Gold Coast is our alternate. If we need to get down to Gold Coast, we can. Yeah, Brisbane's the one that's got multiple. We might not end up. Do we have a gate? Curious. Let's use 6. Let's see here. No, I don't think we do. It looks like the international terminal is the south terminal. The domestic terminal is the north one, but the domestic terminal for mini builders isn't like fully modeled with an interior. Is boarding done? One more passenger. Where are they? They're on the jet bridge? I think they're on the jet bridge. There we go. Boarding complete. We'll send that to the MCDU. Wait for that message to pop through. There we go. Alright. Let's have a look here. Compliance with condition number 1. Alright, so we can use the load sheet. We'll get a takeoff data, we'll sync the load sheet, we'll sync the weather, taking off runway 23. Flaps 1, down 0.5 on the trim. And we'll send it to the MCDU. There's our speeds, done. Our performance, verified that that's all in. It is. Alright, APU is on, APU bleed is on, APU gen is on. Thrust levers are idle. Alex Rooney... no, he's not allowed to say that. Check your language before you come in here, please, Alex Rooney. We don't, none of that in here. Okay, thrust levers are idle. Engine area, we'll get the jet bridge away from the aircraft here. Let's just make sure that the door is closed. Doors are closed. We'll, oh. How is it? There we go. Move this back over here. Operate the jetway. And there we go. It moves very fast for a jetway. Like, the jetway moves back very fast. I don't know if that's something that MK Studios will work on and maybe adjust the speed, because it doesn't feel very jet bridgey like. Like, I feel like it should be a lot slower than that. But again, minor detail. So I'll just check. Left side looks clear. And right side looks clear. Did we have landing traffic? Was I seeing? No. Okay, I wasn't seeing landing traffic. Engine area is clear. Fuel pumps. We'll switch them all on. Alright. And we'll switch the beacon on here, and it should auto request pushback, and yeah, there we go. Walk through the steps. Oh. Let's continue. Facing northwest. Alright. Adelaide traffic, QantasLink 1926, push and start from stand 24 left facing northwest, Adelaide. Alright, parking brakes released. Okay, all engines are not clear. We'll get a indication of when to start push, I guess. Where is he going? Where are you going, sir? Okay, I guess we don't have wing walkers. Sure, alright. Clear to start engines. Alright. Ignition. We'll get the sounds coming up. And engine 1. Need one more subscriber to make it 737. Do we? Oh, wicked. There you go. You heard the man. One more. Alright. Bring the sounds down a little bit. There we go. 2 engines are available. All the hydraulic stuff is automatic. The engine 1 pump, there you go. They're all in on position. With lights out, that's what we want. Mode selector back to normal. APU can be switched off. And startup checklist is complete. Before taxi, probe heat is auto. Heading indicator is going to be runway heading. None of that here, Alex Rooney. You need to check your language. We don't tolerate it here. No, thank you. Alright, so heading indicator and altimeters are set. 1012 3 times. Heading is on nav control. Nav's armed. Standby instruments. Yep, we've got our standby set. We'll start our gate-to-gate time as well here, once, twice, and 3 times. Radios are set for departure from 122.8. Autopilot is set. Flight directors are on. Auto brake is to max. Elevator trim, we're down 0.5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And we'll do a flight control check. We'll go right. Or actually here. We'll do flight control check, we'll go control cam. See if it loads. 1 second. Let me come out of main. Okay, let me mute the mic. There we go. And then we'll go to control cam. Let's just verify that that's set. That looks good. Alright, flight control check all the way to the right, all the way to the left. Pitch up, pitch down, and rudder right, rudder left. Alright, flight control is free and correct. And we'll get taxi clearance here. Oh, the cabin has reported being ready. Yeah, he's been timed out for 24 hours lightness. Don't worry. And we'll arm the spoilers. All right, taxi checklist. We'll get the taxi lights into the on position here. Now we'll taxi to our runway. Takeoff config is checked and takeoff memo is all green. Alright, so we're going to taxi Kilo Alpha 6 to holding point Bravo 2. Adelaide traffic, QantasLink 1926, taxiing to holding point Bravo 2, runway 23 via Tango 3, Kilo Alpha 6, Bravo 2, Adelaide traffic. Alright, parking brake is released. Give it a little bit of thrust here. Yeah, I like that I increased the resistance of my thrust levers. Now it feels so much better. Like I can actually hold a low power setting and it doesn't fall back into D10. Alright, so here's Kilo. And then we'll make the left onto Alpha 6. Should be a fairly quick taxi out here to runway 23. Alright. Before takeoff, flight instruments, altitude set, climb and nav are armed. What else needs checking? V-speeds are set. Engine instruments, T's and P's are all green, which is good. V-speeds are in. Landing lights will get on when we're a little bit closer. Pitot heat. That's probe and window heat, isn't it? There's not a separate pitot heat button, is there? Oh, that'd be funny if I haven't been using the pitot heat like ever. Pretty sure it's the same. Alright, here's the holding point. Transponder, we will switch to TARA. Landing lights on. Strobe lights coming on. We'll go ahead and bring the sounds up for you guys. And we'll bring control cam on. Just verify. Adelaide traffic, QantasLink 1926 taking off runway 23. MSFS24 is confirmed. Here we go, guys. We'll have a little bit of nose down pressure up until about 80 knots, 80 to 100 knots. Alright, we'll come to a full stop. Alrighty. Add that little bit of forward pressure. Stable. Unflex SRS. Runway auto thrust is blue. Airspeed is live. 80 knots for neutral. 100 knots checked. Adelaide traffic, QantasLink 1926 passing 2000, runway heading to Colby, Adelaide. Try and maintain a line here, drifting a little bit to the left. We shouldn't be because we got a direct headwind, but here we are. Now we can really start to pitch up. Yes, back up into the flight deck. We'll bring sounds back down. And we'll start that left-hand turn. We're currently through some clouds. There we go, we're at the clouds. There we go, look at that cloud break. Switch the autopilot on now. Ooh, a little bit of a sunrise. A little bit. Cabin should not have lights on right now. Look at that. Did we do it? Hey, we did. 737 subs. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. We have the same number of subscribers as we do the number that's in my name. Love to see it. Look at that sunrise. This is gorgeous. It's a gorgeous morning here in Australia. Past the 10,000 will start to increase that speed. Thrust levers are in the climb detent. Autopilot is on. Taxi lights are off. Managed to turn off. I'll get the turn offs off now. Altimeter is standard. Landing lights are off. Seatbelt sign. Yeah, seatbelt sign can come off. We're above the clouds now. We'll scroll this out a little bit. Next up will be cruise checklist. There we go. There's the screenshot with the red. Still a little hard to see anything. We get like a... cool... one of the... I don't know. I don't know, is that a cool shot? That's kind of a cool shot, right? Alright, yeah, we're in climb mode. Just gonna disconnect for now. We'll get everything back up once we are on the ground. Hey, MK liked the story. But they don't... I don't know how they came across it then. I'm confused. I guess it's public profile. Yeah. Continue to climb out here with a beautiful sunrise. What are those clouds? And I guess they must be, right? It must be clouds. Yep, Sir Alex it's football, but I'll forgive you. Sir Alex and Wayne Rooney, yep. I too enjoy dabbling in a bit of football. Did England win the Euros? Yep, England won the... did they win the Euros? Yep, they did. England just won the women's Euros. There you go. Should enter the women's team into all the men's competitions. They might actually win something. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, Outback sunrises. Oh, what? Oh. I was like, why am I being emailed on a Sunday? It's just the live email. Give me a second. I'm just gonna put my phone on charge. I'm just gonna. You know, we weren't even gonna be right back. Hang on. Where's the no face cam one? Just so you can stand up. There we go. Yes, English League is the best football league, but the national team's, yeah, pretty bad. Look at the sunrise. What if I switch the, hang on, I want to switch the wing lights off for a second. There we go. Look at that. There's no real need for the wing lights. So we land at 9 AM. Australia. In... Where are we going? Brisbane. Land at 9 in Brisbane. When, so this I think the sunrise in Adelaide is about, it was 7:30, I think. We're just coming up on 7? Are we just coming up on 7? Yeah, what? Are we just coming up on 7? No way. It's 4:51. Oh, they're like half hour. They're a half-hour increment. They're not just. It's not like single hours. Like the time in Adelaide now is like 20 minutes past. Yep, there you go. There's QF126. They departed 9 minutes ago. I didn't start chrono. I just realized they departed 9 minutes ago at 42. When did we depart? We departed. Well, we've got an hour and a half. They've got an hour and 55. But we'll probably have about similar times. Once you consider. Volanta doesn't account for like descents. And the fact that we're going to slow down. So like it'll say like 5 minutes when we're at 10,000 feet or whatever. But we have to slow down once we get to 10,000 feet. So the 5 minutes ends up becoming like 10 minutes or whatever. Whereas flight radar calculates for descent times. Turbulence here. Put sign on. And just keep climbing, trying to push through it. As long as it doesn't throw me to the ground, I have no problems. VH XVL. Is that not the reg? What's it doing after this? Is it coming back? We don't know. So it gets to Brisbane at... Okay, now I want to go to local times. Hang on a minute. So it lands into Adelaide at 9, or just before 9. And then BNE to ADL. Is there one that leaves? Like, when does 927 leave? Okay, 927 has left and is doing the return. This, no. What's today? Is today the... No, today's the 27th. But it's the 28th. It's the 28th in Brisbane. I think it's this. You have 1933. It looks like that's what it is. Yeah, I think it's 1933. Sorry, but I gotta go. Peace. Alright, sounds good. Good to see you again, mate. Whoa, hello. We're hitting a lot of bumps today. These early morning skies. Maybe just look that way. It's like, oh, sunrise. Is right, is we're just kind of like flying straight towards the sunrise. Maybe in a little bit once the sun comes up a little bit more, we'll yeah, once the sun comes up, we actually know where the sun is. It should be south. I mean, we're heading on like almost heading on a northeast heading. I was thinking the sun would rise like over there. Because if this is 060... Oh my god, I've got 140 knots of tailwind. Well, This is gonna suck to fly back through. By the way. This is gonna suck to fly back through. Hold on, I need to get a picture of that. No. Picture of that. 144 knots. To Google the path. Olivia. This one. There's no Alaska pilots. Saracen. Did it just come out? When did this release? I think it's been out a while. Santiago. SCL. Oh, there's a lot in VFR. At sunrise. It is Santiago. A lot in VFR. I might have found a... Hi, KFC. You're gonna run me into the ground on that one, aren't you? I know. I had to make... I could have done Glasgow today, but I had to make an exception because this is new scenery. So I had to make an exception. Let's see. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, hello. Possibly fit it in for next stream. Are there any events coming up for Glasgow? Are there any, like, Glasgow VATSIM events? Nah, there's not. Okay. Oh. SCL, what's the... SCEL? What? Doing a Chilean event but not Santiago? Oh, it's a route. Yeah, okay, I will try. I do want to. Not that I know, but there's always ATC on Glasgow. Okay. Yeah, no. So we will do. I've given you the route. We'll do Edinburgh to Heathrow to Glasgow. Okay. We're just gonna kill Realtor. There we go. I would have kept it running, but Realtor just breaks. Yes, so we're gonna do, when we do our Glasgow term, we'll go Edinburgh, Heathrow, Glasgow. Now, do I make that Wednesday's stream? Well, I don't. Okay, so I don't know if I can stream Wednesday. We're gonna talk Fenix here in a second. We're gonna talk about the what's up and coming for this this wonderful aircraft. We'll talk about that in a second because it's leading me on to deciding when we're gonna do what flights. So basically, the Fenix is gonna get a massive upgrade in the next coming days. Fenix have confirmed. They put out a video this morning, and they were basically saying, "Yep, we're releasing an update for the Fenix." Let me just make sure. Okay, sounds are back down. They basically said, "Yep, we're doing an update for Fenix. It's coming out. We want to have it out on Tuesday or Wednesday." So if my flying schedule allows, i.e., if I'm like flying early that morning on Monday, on Tuesday or Wednesday, if I'm flying early, what I want to do is then like that afternoon do a flight. So the problem, well, it stays light in the UK forever now, doesn't it? So even if I'm doing like an afternoon flight, that's like evening flights, but the sun should still be up. Am I not too low? What do you mean, am I not too low? Huh? Is my mic volume too low? My mic volume's like peeking into the red section right now. If I am too quiet, just let me know. But my plane, huh? No, we're at 36. Right where we should be, with 165 knots of a tailwind. Yeah, so okay, so Fenix have said they're going to do an update to the Fenix. We'll talk about what's in that update in a second. Yeah, no, we're at 36. Don't worry, we are at 36. So yeah, so Fenix have said they're going to do an update to all of their to the Airbus A320 family that they have. They want it out Tuesday or Wednesday. Seeing as the sun stays out until stupid late, in the UK right now, I am willing to plan to do Edinburgh, Heathrow, Glasgow on Tuesday or Wednesday when this Fenix update comes out. The problem is that the Fenix may not release, or I may have a bad flight schedule. So we'll put in the books for now a plan of Heathrow, Glasgow Edinburgh, Heathrow, Glasgow of Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll plan for that. I will probably only be able to confirm it the day of. The best way being through the Discord. I've got BA. We'll do BA ups. In the 320. Except no, we can't do that because Wednesday will be Fenix A319. When the Fenix update comes out, we'll be flying the A319, and I'll explain why in a minute. So we'll probably end up doing like one of American's routes, and go into Bermuda. There we go. Look at the sun coming up. We'll probably do one of American's routes and fly to Bermuda again. But it has to be the 319, and I'll explain why in a minute. These colors are looking pretty now. Look at that. Woo-wee! Look at that sunrise. Should just sit here and watch the sunrise. Pretty. Alright, back to the airplane. Oh! Which is like bathed in orange. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Wow. Okay, so in that case, I can't fly tomorrow because my flight's too close to the evening. We can't do Glasgow tomorrow. My flight's too close to the evening. I don't want to do 2 tomorrow. Oh no. I did something similar to that the other day in Montreal. I don't know what I hit, but yeah, we just started like flying across Montreal. I got really annoyed at that. Okay, so tomorrow there's gonna be no stream. Tomorrow there'll be no stream. Tuesday or Wednesday, if the plane doesn't come out on Tuesday and I get a morning flight in the afternoon, provided I've got energy, we will do Edinburgh, Heathrow, Glasgow. If the plane does come out, we'll do maybe like Philly, Bermuda, JFK, or whatever. The aircraft do some weird turnarounds, so whatever the turnaround is, for the Bermuda flights in the afternoon, what goes out to JFK? 908 uniform, and what comes in from New York? Or which one? Oh, is it? No, it's not DC. It's Charlotte. Okay. Or the JFK one. Where does that go out to? JFK comes in. We'd have to leave at 8. Oh, we'd have to leave at 8. Hang on. I have to remember times. Times. Because I can't just fly whenever. Because I have a flight. So maybe Charlotte is best. Be a struggle though. Charlotte and then back out to New York. I'd have to have like a really early morning flight, like 6. I have to do like a 6 o'clock flight and then be back and not be feeling cooked to then fly at 11. Maybe we're not going to Bermuda with when the Fenix updates. We'll figure out where we're going. It might be that we don't get to fly until the weekend. In which case, Saturday, Saturday I sometimes fly. I don't know. Point being, for the Fenix update, I want to fly American ops in the A319. And either prior to the Fenix update or post that American Airlines flight, we will do Edinburgh, Heathrow, Glasgow. That's what we'll plan for right now. And there's another route I want to do, which is from Santiago, Chile to La Paz in Bolivia. Santiago, Chile to La Paz, Bolivia. I want to do that as well. So we'll try and figure out those routes. That'll be on a LATAM A320. So yeah, that's the plan. Now let's talk Fenix. So for those of you who haven't seen yet, Fenix did a put out a video this morning. In the next few weeks, could I possibly do Turkey to Glasgow? I can try and figure out a way to do that. I can try. My Turkey scenery is limited. But I can try. We can try and make that work. We'll try. Yeah, we'll try. Let's talk Fenix. So Fenix put out a video this morning on there. I'm just gonna keep taking screenshots, guys. I'm gonna keep doing it. Anyway, let's cut to the chase. Fenix put a video out on their YouTube channel this morning, announcing what can be said is quite a large update for the Fenix. And there was quite a lot to unpack in it. So if you guys do want to go watch it for yourself, just type in the Fenix YouTube channel, and you'll find it there. I think it's called Fenix or whatever it is. Search up Fenix A320 updates or whatever. It'll be there. It'll be easy to find. It just showed up on my recommended, so like make of that what you will. And so they're saying it's quite a big update, and rightly so. The biggest thing that I think is in it, or that I'm most excited about in terms of some route options, is the winglet variants of the A319, and that is why we're going to be doing the launch or the update stream in the A319 in American Airlines, because they're one of the few operators that have the winglets 319s. So that's why I'm wanting to fly them. So Fenix announced their A319 winglet update is ready. And they're hoping to release that on Tuesday or Wednesday. And the reason it's so delayed behind the A320 and the A321 is they had to redo the engine because the winglet ones have a slightly different CFM engine than the normal 319s with the wing fences. So they've like redone the engine, and I think they've then also tried to like rework the model and the flight dynamics of it so that it behaves like the 319 with sharklets does in real life. So that's why it's been behind the other two, the 320 and the 321. In addition, they have made, so remember how I was saying earlier that the A320 family in 2024 isn't a native model or a native object, native sim object. Fenix have basically completely redone the model, and now it is a native model to 2024. What does that mean? I don't really know. But what it allows is Fenix have now been able to improve the walk-around features that you get with 2024, and you can now, you know how with like the A350 you can interact and you can take the engine covers off, or on your smaller private jets you can move the ailerons up and down. Obviously you can't on the A320, but like you can interact with the fuselage during your walk around. You will be able to do that with the Fenix A320. To the extent of you'll be able to manually open the doors with the hydraulic panel that's found about where that antenna is. You'll be able to spin the engine. You'll be able to spin the fan blades around at the bottom part of the engine. If you click your mouse on it and then you drag, you can slowly spin the fan blades around. You'll be able to manually connect the GPU to the front up here, along with countless other features on the walk-around mode. They've also made it the transition from cockpit mode to walk-around mode a whole lot more seamless, and you can now be in walk-around mode in the cabin. So if you're sat in the pilot seat, we'll go inside for a second. If you're sat in the pilot seat, on this rack here, there's going to be a vest. There'll be like a safety vest. If you click on the safety vest, you will you'll stand up from your seat, and it'll make the sound that it does when you. It'll make that noise. As you get out, so it's to simulate, you're getting out of the chair. And then you'll be standing up right about here, give or take, in walk-around mode. So then you're able to interact with the door. You can go out into the cabin, whatever. You'll also be able to interact with the door. And then, if you were to want to walk out to start your walk around, they now have a transition where you can just walk from inside the aircraft out either onto the jet bridge or onto the stairs and go down and do your walk around. So it's a whole lot more like fluid transition. You can walk through the aircraft, and they're looking to make stuff in the cabin interactive as well. So you'll be in walk around mode. You can walk to the back of the cabin and do like a cabin inspection and whatever. And then to get back into the pilot seat, it'll be as simple as clicking on the chair or returning the vest to its position on the rack. So there's that to look forward to. That's what I'm really excited for. Like functionality with walk around mode. The fuel panel that's on the side of the aircraft will be fully working, fully compatible with GSX, with all your different refueling methods. It'll work, which is I'm very excited for that. But those are the two really big pieces: the A319 with sharklets and revamped walk around features for 2024. It'll just be cool. Like it's mostly quality of life things and going along with what the sim's able to provide. But the sharklet update for the 319 is going to be cool because there's a load of times I'm wanting to do American Airlines ops down to Bermuda. Despite my dislike for American Airlines, I love doing American ops to Bermuda in the sim. And the 319s that they fly are mostly of the sharklet variant, and I can't realistically do it because I'm taking one that's got wing fences on it. Which again, is it really worth me fussing over? No, probably not. Do I fuss over it anyway? Of course I do. So yeah, so that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm excited to have be released in the sim. And as soon as it releases, and as soon as I can then make a video on it, you best believe we will be making a video on it. I have so many screenshots to add to this plane. 9 screenshots. Nice. Let's throw all of them in there. How long have we got? We got 48 minutes to Brisbane. I'm just going to step out for a minute. I just need to get up out of the chair because my butt's hurting from being sat in this non-cushiony chair. I have a drink, but I'm going to get a drink and just take my headphones off for a couple minutes. There's no ATC. We'll just continue to enjoy the cruise. I might get a snack. I'm feeling a little bit hungry. Might go grab a snack real quick. Then I'll come back. And we'll start to prepare for our arrival into Brisbane. But enjoy the cruise. I'll see you guys in just a couple minutes. Alright, hello everybody. We are back. Much better. Okay, the phone's fine. Phone should be able to support a landing cam. 83%. It charges so fast and then it just like dies on me immediately. Well, that's not helpful. We've got 29 minutes, give or take, to go. Let's see how far away we are from top of descent. Okay, like 180. I was gonna say, I was like, we might feel close. We're definitely not close. .737, such a meme. 737 subscribers while flying the Fenix A320. Brilliant. You'll love to see it. Back. Interesting reason to ban football, but we move. Wait, that wasn't. Wait. There we go, that's what I want to see. Where's this Isaac stuff? Hey, live for. Oh, wow, okay. Sorry, that was probably like far too many decibels loud for the stream. Just send a rush of air across the mic at like Mach 2. Emails. Nope. Doesn't look like it. Nope. 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 No emails. Cool. Good. Good. Alright. What was there? Something else I wanted to talk about. Can't remember what. We've discussed Fenix, haven't we? We've discussed Fenix and all the fun stuff. I definitely missed stuff out of the Fenix. update. I mean, like, there's a load of ground stuff. There's a load of ground stuff that they're doing in terms of like walk around and whatnot. But then, oh, they've redone the sounds. The sounds are going to be completely reworked, like ground up, because apparently that's what they do. We're getting completely new sounds, which is weird because these already sound fine and A320 like to me, but evidently the Fenix team is like, nope, we must make it better. So, fair enough, I'm all for it. How long's the flight back? Flight back's like 2 hours as well. I'm just curious because I don't want to be up too late tonight because obviously I gotta fly. It's 2 hours 45. There's the, yeah. So they've just crossed over each other. That's been flying for 1 hour 26 though. That's been flying for 1 hour 9. Oh my god, it's gonna be a long flight back. I shouldn't be at 36. Should be at 37. We're going east, so we should be odds. Okay, climb going. It's ahead of, yeah, it's ahead of Adelaide. Perth right now it would still be dark. What time is it in Perth? Being on the backside of the earth is like really confusing me with time zones. It's early in the morning. Because in the UK it's late at night. Perth it's 6 a.m. Yeah. Okay, I think I made it make sense in my head. Eventually. Why is someone petting an alligator that's in a lake? I'm very confused. But okay. Wait, which I don't know which map this is. Oh. Okay, don't know who that is. Hmm. No. What? Huh? Why am I getting... No. I want a Coldplay t-shirt. No. No chance. No chance. No chance. No chance. How many miles we got? Oh my god, we still got more than 80? How many have we got? Okay, we have 80 miles. We're dangerous. 3.1, what are we burning per hour? Where's my fuel? There's my fuel. 37 kilograms a minute. Give it to me in kilograms per hour. 370 times 6. It's like 2,200. Oh. I was right. 2,200. Yeah, so how are we expected to have 3.1 on board? How many minutes? 15 minutes? 500? I don't know if we'll have 3.1 on board. I have like 2.9. What now? Oh shoot. Okay, hang on. I'll be right back. I gotta go tell someone something that I forgot I had to do at 5:30. Give me a second. Right. Errand's done. Alright, 40 miles. Oh, Alright, 40 miles. Let's get the weather. We'll just confirm that there's no Brisbane controllers. There's no Adelaide controllers. There's no Australian controllers on at the minute. The closest controller to Australia is like, that's Dubai Tower. Oh no. Pakistan Center is the closest controller to Brisbane right now. That's online. Oh god. Okay, performance. Let's pull up the weather here. That's Cav OK apparently. Early morning flying. QNH1015. Temperature 13. And the wind is 29010. It's 29010. What are we landing on? 19 left. So you get a choice of what are they using? Oh no, not destination. What are they using in real life at Brisbane? They're using the 19s. Even though, yeah, 290 at 10. Is that what they're using in VATSIM? Well, we'll go with what they're doing on VATSIM. Oh, that guy's on ground. This guy take off from Brisbane? Yeah, he did. Okay, he used 19. Going to Doha. Alright, so we'll go 19 then. We'll go 19 left. Hopefully we can... Oh, we'll probably end up getting Alpha 7. Alpha 7, Bravo 7, Bravo back up to the gates. Do we have a gate yet? Let me see if we've got a gate. Wait, what? Cancelled? Huh? It's not cancelled. Supposed to go to Terminal D, which is what? Oh, Terminal Domestic. Oh, decel. But why is it saying cancelled? Why is it saying cancelled? This isn't gonna give me a gate. Oh, D20. It is gonna give me a gate. Okay. Brisbane. Domestic. Qantas terminal. D20. Menzies. Menzies, of course. Has to be Menzies. There we go. Back on profile. Oh, let's just see if... Oh, damn it. Let's see if control cam still works. There we go. Yep. And then see, you can see where my hand is. There's the thrust levers. All that really matters is we've got side stick's more what I care about. There we go. All right. 40 miles from Brisbane. Obviously, we got an extension for downwind. Brisbane traffic, QantasLink 1926 currently overhead. Oscar Delta Uniform Tango, Oscar flight level 220. We're descending on the Enlia 2 Alpha for the ILS 19 left, Brisbane traffic. Why are we now diving below profile? 1 minute we're above profile, the next minute we're diving beneath it. There's the coast. Well, actually, it's got lights up. Landing performance. Our estimated landing weight is 63.2. 3.3 actually. Apply the METAR. Auto brakes can be low. Set low auto brakes here. Alright. So that's done. What are we descending to? Just randomly stuck in 4,000. Of which is actually what we're descending to. Okay, cool. I am just a genius. Yeah, so somewhere down here is, I think Brisbane's just through this cloud layer. Should be dead ahead of us. We'll verify our ILS frequencies are good. There's the back course. 110.1, yep. Fiji. Wow, 4 hours in an A319. He's a bit further out than I am. Whoa! What happened? I don't know what happened there. Back on profile, that's fine. I guess there is Brisbane in all its loaded in glory. That is part of any build. The any build scenery has a couple of landmarks. That's obviously part of the landmarks pack. The rest of the city is going to be a bit pixely and whatnot. There's Brisbane Airport. I think I told you it was behind that cloud. Entering somewhat of a downwind. There's the port. Wow, look at that is a massive port. Goodness me. A lot of ships. I think the scenery's done the docks, like modeled the docks as well. At 9,010 miles. Okay, let's give it some help. Lose the levers out. Load of ships in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I think there's one further inland. Alright, standard. We'll go back to what was QantasLink 1015. Just like these remote islands out here. We're gonna fly like over a couple of airports. Allegedly. Is that a 3°? Must be. Must be 3°. 4,000 circa around. Okay, so that's what we're already set to. So it is necessary. Thank you. Cabin is secure, landing lights are on. Alright, seatbelt sign is on, radios are set. Speed, we're maintaining 250, following the speed restrictions in. Landing lights are on, taxi lights are on. Ground spoilers, we'll arm them, we might need to arm them again, depending on whether or not we use the loser lever. Is that a runway strip? Kind of. What are we on? What is? It's kind of a base. Brisbane traffic, QantasLink 1926, left base to final, runways. Runway 19 left for Brisbane. Forgot what runway we were landing on for a second there. Trying to pull me back to approach speed. I'm happy to let the speed bleed to 185. But I don't want to slow all the way to final. Below 230 though, flaps 1. Should get lock star here in a second. There we go, lock star. Approach mode. I'll wait for the glide slope to capture. Alright, runway is in sight. Below 200, flaps 2. Glide slope is established. Low to 180. Let that speed drop below 185. Flaps 3 now. Got 12 miles. Got traffic behind us. Are they on Aveo? Maybe on Aveo. No, they're on Matson. Brisbane traffic, QantasLink 1926, 10 mile final right, 19 left, Brisbane. Alright, 10 miles out, control cam's coming on.
Brisbane traffic, Adelaide 6643, aiming for 1911, about 20 miles out.
Roger. Alright, 60 MU, we'll start slowing. We'll slow all the way down and then go flaps full. Slide back a little bit. Bring the pedals. Pedals. There we go.
2,500.
2,500 checked. Are we 7.5 from the runway? Yes, I'm a little confused. A little thrown off.
$2,000.
2,000 checked. Alright, 5 miles, gear down. Managed. Brisbane traffic, QantasLink 1926, 5 mile final, running 19 left. Flaps full. Landing lights all on. We are clear to land, 19 left. What are those? Those are some tall buildings. Alright, enjoy the landing, my friends. See you on the ground. Nice meeting, baby. Alright, we got 19 knots of crosswind from the right side.
6643 on final 111, 12 miles.
1,000.
1,000, my aircraft.
$500. 400.
Sink too much.
300. 200. 100. 40s, 30s, 20, retard, 10, 5,
maintain center line. Reverser's green. Roll out. 60 knots versus disengage. Auto brake disarm. We'll let it roll. Speed brakes down. Pops up. Brisbane traffic, QantasLink, 1926 vacated runway 19 left on Alpha 7. Taxiing to Bay 20 via Alpha 7 Bravo 7 Bravo Brisbane. Taxi lights. Alright. So 20, so we'll go all the way down. Let's bring you guys back up into the flight deck. Spoilers are down, flaps have been retracted, underboard selectors, normal landing lights are off, strobe lights are off. Anti-ice not needed, APU, let's fire it up. Brakes, I'll check the brake temperature. Brakes are all good. Transponder will switch back to standby. Really need taxi lights, but we'll leave them on, I guess. And Bay 20. So yeah, we'll continue down a couple taxiways. Event. Wait, what event? What event, Beanie Baby? Oh, we got that traffic on final. Alright, APU will fire up. Very nice landing.
Thanks.
Alright, we'll turn in here. 1 to 20, which is what we're going to. I don't know whether that's a like static model or whether any builds
6643, located also 6 going international via Alpha.
have started to add have added like static aircraft. I don't know. Alright. Domestic terminal, here we come. taxi lights off. Perfect. Alright, stop the clocks. Parking brake is set. APU power is on. We'll go ahead and shut 1 and 2 down. Seatbelt sign off. Beacon light off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Brisbane. We'll request deboarding. Should see that jet bridge move a little bit. Hopefully. Gonna move? Deboarding's been requested. A little bit confused. Let's go to ground services. Toggle. Weird. Okay. Let's see here. 100 feet per minute, 104 feet per minute. I will absolutely take that. Let me go on any builds and just see if this Brisbane is supposed to have a bit more. Yeah, I get that side, but what about the rest? What about like the domestic side of things? Because I understand you've got like everything for the international. But do you have the domestic? Let's just mute this. Brisbane International. Okay, now that is what this side should look like. It's the international terminal that they've done a load of work on. They're gonna do heavy Qantas ops to other countries. International's great. If you only get stuck in Australia, it's not so good. We'll use the drone cam and we'll go have like we'll go fly over there. Because it is worth looking at. And you build slightly cheap from you. If you've only done the international. It's slightly cheap. The international's really good. But yeah, this is like they're showcasing all international stuff. There's no domestic. Like we'll have a look. So like, other than the fact that GSX just isn't working, so I'm just gonna have to restart. Like, other than the fact that GSX isn't working, there's no interior whatsoever over here. Just so you're aware, there's no interior. There is, once you come outside, there's like they have a land side. They have a modeled land side. But I'm confused as to why. Like, is there freeware Brisbane? In like the world update? That's the only thing I can think of. Improved data. By the looks of it. Whoa. Who's landing? An A320 landing. I mean, everyone's going international, and rightly so. I'm gonna teleport us to 24, because I'm hoping if I teleport us to 24, it will actually work. GSX will actually work. So we're gonna switch to 24. And hopefully, because this then has like proper jet bridges, of which we're just being consumed. If I then request deboarding. Why are you going to the rear door? Why? What world do you go to the rear door? Okay, this is a movable jet. Let's go to 17. This will hopefully work properly. Let's restart cruise now. Like this one, there's a moving jet bridge. Okay, before that, before we come up the jet bridge, we'll disconnect for a second so it's a little bit quieter. Let's adjust the speed at which we can fly over here. We're gonna fly all the way down to the international terminal, which is down here. So, okay, so yeah, so these are static aircraft that AnyBuilds have added themselves. They've added an A380, a 777, and a 78. But then here, yes, but then here is your international terminal for the AnyBuilds Brisbane, which is the one they focused on, clearly. I'll go and check after the stream. Like, I'll go and check and see whether there's other Brisbane scenery that I have, and whether that could be. Well, although no, because we've seen from the trailer that it looks like this. But inside, you know, inside it's fully modeled and it's good modeling, like I said. It's just sad that their only focus was on the international terminal. The international terminal, I mean, look at it. It's like fully packed with everything. Like securities here, and then you'd be able to walk along here. All the jetway areas are modeled, but nothing in here. This is you know what this is giving me vibes of? It's giving me a bit of Gatwick vibes, but slightly better than Gatwick. And they've charged like half the price that they did for Gatwick. Like Gatwick is very expensive. So this isn't as bad as Gatwick, but actually this is kind of bad. This is kind of still a little disappointing that they've only focused on this one little block of the international terminal. They're like, there's nothing down here. They have no modeling for anything that exists along this length. Instead they've focused on the city a little bit and adding in a couple of landmarks, and then they've got this area in the middle. I was impressed when I first saw this scenery, and I kind of wanted to come here because of what this scenery looked like, but AnyBuilds have just milked this and like done a load of effort into this and been like, oh, here you go, here's a really, really detailed interior, but you have to be on gates 80 or 81 or not even 82. You have to be on 80 or 81, and that's how you're going to be able to see everything, like, and not have to, you know, you could like simulate it as a passenger, like, and you could walk around and everything. This is walkable. Like I looked at this scenery beforehand. This is all perfectly walkable in here, but you can't walk over here. You fall through. You can't walk over here. There's no well, there is access to the jetway. You can walk up these stairs here, and then that gets you into the jetway. You can't go on the jetway because you'll fall through. This bit here, I'm very happy with. Now I just need you to replicate it to the rest of the airport. So this scenery, by the way, this scenery cost me. Well, compare it to Gatwick. So AnyBuilds Brisbane right now is available for $20. AnyBuilds Gatwick is available for $27. Gatwick's probably a bit bigger than Brisbane, I'll give it to you. This level of detail, if Brisbane was just this, and like, and those extensions, and it was just this, fine, really, really good scenery. But all this is the international terminal. They've done no work on the domestic terminal, and the gates don't really even line up that well. Like, the GSX profile doesn't work. So I'm a little disappointed in that regard. But don't take that away from, like, this specific area looks really, really, really good. This specific area is great. I have no issues with this whatsoever. Like again, it's like what MK Studios did. Shops have depth to them. They've even got like people in here like actually making purchases. So I've got no problem whatsoever with this. It's just once you go outside of this and you start going down, hey, I want to go over there and I want to have an interior. Ground markings, ground textures are fine. Like, those are clearly readable. You got some wear on the concrete underneath the aircraft. Ground vehicles, like, it's good. It's good. But it's disappointing that none of this gets modeling or attention whatsoever. I don't think it's toggleables. I don't think there's toggleables to like make more of the airport visible. This side's great. I love this side. This side I would fly through any day. But then if I'm doing domestic ops and I have to go to the domestic terminal up here, there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. And instead AnyBuilds are focused on putting in an A380 that does it even load? Okay, there we go. Okay, it does load. Yeah, obviously it's a static model, obviously. Okay, it does eventually load. De-renders pretty quickly, but that's probably for performance. The performance on this airport's great. Performance is fine. But that loading, you have to be pretty close for it to actually load, right? Ground vehicles and whatnot is great. Adds a bit of life to the airport. I've got, again, no issues with that. But it's just this side this domestic side is really, really disappointing. Like, it really is. It really is disappointing. There's not really any other way I can put it other than disappointing. 2 hours 45, 7, 9:45. We can go. Can we go back? I should go back. And I mean, yeah. Again, nothing in here. Nothing any of these. So yeah, it's a bit disappointing. It is a bit disappointing. I was far more impressed with I'm far more impressed with Adelaide. See if deboarding actually works. Is the jet bridge just gonna move? See, the jet bridge moves on this one, so we can get everything. I'm gonna be on it. I don't know if we can do a round trip, guys. I don't know if I feel up for a round trip. That flight was really good. I should have considered this. Where's Canada? I don't think we're gonna round trip it. I'm just gonna reset cruise now. I don't think we're gonna round trip this. I did do a landing replay for here, specifically because I was like, yeah, I don't know if I'm exactly feeling like 2 legs tonight. So let me just download this. We'll update the thumbnail. Yeah, I'd rather just have some dinner and lay a little bit on the low side, because it's 2 hours and 45 minutes back. Like, the winds are just not favorable today at all. We have disconnected from ATSIM. So let me update this now. We are at 737 subscribers. I do love that. Thank you guys for that. We're gonna get rid of the round trip, and we're gonna go. Oops. We're gonna go to thumbnail, change to that, and save. There we go. Alright, so hopefully that's updated. Yeah, it has. Cool. Why can't I access this? I can't get the chat back up now. I shouldn't have closed the CRSM stuff either. Why can't I get this chat back up? Okay. YouTube's just crashed on me. Nice. Alright. Let's close that. Yeah, any buzzers let me down again. Let's put it in a turnaround state. Ready to go. I have hit or miss encounters with any builds. Like, some of the time it can be really, really good. Like, they can make really good sceneries, don't get me wrong. But other time, like, this is just lazy. Like, this is really just lazy. Because half the time you fly to the airport, three quarters of the time, because how often do you really want to do a long haul? Like, 3/4 of the time when you visit this airport, you're gonna be going to the domestic terminal, and the jet bridges don't align. Like, you saw me try and request deboarding, and it was just like, no, you're not on the stand. I have the official Indie Builds GSX profile downloaded. Feels a bit lazy. Bit of a lazy job from Indie Builds on this one, I must say. Just a little bit. But hey, what can you do? We had a good landing though. We're gonna end it on a high though, because we did have a good landing into Brisbane here. Let's load it up. We had a very nice landing into it was a bit floaty, as they always are. But I think that was pretty good. Let's have a look. Beautiful sunrise flight as well. Beautiful sunrise flight. But let's see. Let's see here. Control cam. Let's have a look here. We definitely floated. Oh, we definitely a little bit over flare. Oh, very nice. Oh yeah, very nice. Very nice. I might consider actually opening Volanta again real quick. See if it'll give me a better landing score than it did the first time. See, it should be tracking. It is. And unrendered texture. Okay. There could be double loaded scenery. I won't rule that out. There could be double loaded scenery. But come on. The textures you have to check your textures. And this scenery's been out for a while now. Very nice. 81. There you go. 81 feet per minute on the replay. All right, let's pull it out. And we'll do some final closing stuff here on one more roll through. We'll make sure that our outro tunes are ready and working. They are. But yeah. Sorry guys. I did want to fly back, but seeing it take an extra like hour to go the other way, I can't today. I want to try and get you guys a couple more streams this week as well, so I just want to relax a bit more, and then we can try and push for a couple more flights. I'm super excited for the Fenix update, so hopefully we'll get the chance to stream that this week. And yeah, I also am flying tomorrow, so I need to be well rested for tomorrow. I would love to go back to Adelaide, because I really loved the scenery. Like, a fantastic job by MK Studios on their Adelaide scenery. But yeah, I just have to call it, because I'm just a little tired. I'm a little on the tired side after that. So yeah, we're gonna call it. We'll try and do a couple flights. Try and get Edinburgh to Glasgow, or Edinburgh, London, Glasgow, and we'll do a hopefully American Airlines ops when the updated Fenix comes out, hopefully on Tuesday or Wednesday. But that is going to be it for today's stream. So thank you guys for tuning in. It was great having you guys all here. But until next time, my friends, enjoy the landing replays. Happy landings, everybody. See you.